third phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. My name's Blake Cousins, and our special guest this week on Third Phase of Moon is Dr. Louis Turi, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. He was born in France and has a special connection with Notre Dame. He's also a hypnotherapist, astrophysiologist, and self-proclaimed psychic. Now we're going to talk to Dr. Turi right now. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me, my friend. It's always a pleasure.
All right, Dr. Turi, let's get to it with the video you just sent to us a couple days ago of this light over your home in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, that was a few days ago, but I had another one only 2 nights ago, which is totally out of this world. But as far as the first one is concerned, this light came right on top of my house, and I was amazed because it was a little bit too early to be a planet like Venus or Jupiter. It was a little bit too early for this planet to show up. On top of that, it was a national holiday, so there was not the balloon. And knowing that in Phoenix we have over 300 days of pure sunshine, so there is no reason to stand over the balloon out there. And so I was looking at this bright light. I actually videotaped it, and then at the last moment I thought, well, I don't know how long that thing is going to be here, so I just sat down and I turned the camera off. And right in front of my eyes, Blake, and I hate myself for it. I just hate myself for it. That thing just took off. I mean, you could see it like if somebody was putting that light for years, you went and disappeared. Had I kept that footage, it would have no question whatsoever that was a real UFO.
Phoenix has been a hot spot for UFO sightings for decades, and the most amazing one was lights over Phoenix. It went worldwide. Everybody saw it. Tens of thousands of people on the ground saw it, and your governor actually came out in the public and said that this was some kind of military action or flares. After he was out of office, he said he didn't know what it was. He just didn't want to panic the crowds over there. Can you tell us about the Phoenix lights?
Well, I'll tell you what, the Phoenix light was real as, my nose, as simple as that. As far as I'm concerned, Phoenix is an Aquarius city, and Aquarius is an energy that attracts, the sudden release of energy that attracts UFOs, and that's why this city is so enlightened, a prime target, a prime energy for this UFO manifestation. And as I said a couple nights ago, I was in my hot tub. This is how I unwind. I turn the radio on. It's night. I relax. I finish a radio show. I finish the utmost black. And I am here relaxing and sipping a glass of wine. I'm French. And the next thing I know, right in front of the hot tub, it's like a flashlight. I thought it was an airplane coming my way about to land on the airport. And I see these all the time. As I'm a pilot, I know when the red light, where the red light is and green light is on the right. So I thought maybe it's a plane which is turning and I was hit by the headlight. No, I keep looking, hoping to see something that makes sense. And then again, wow, a big huge flashlight right on top of my head. I said, this is insane. And then that is only a couple of nights ago. So there is a lot of UFO activity in the city, my friend.
Just recently, the Discovery Channel paid you a visit, along with some collaboration with CNN, about your abilities to tell the future. Can you tell us about this?
Well, basically, they approached me because they wanted to have proof of my ability to read the future. So a week prior to the show, before the guys came in my house, they have asked me to write 5 predictions, and I would have to open the envelope in front of the camera crew and then go on CNN to check it, because I said that I was CNN before CNN. And on CNN on that exact day, every single one of the predictions I made came to pass. I mean, you're talking about the biggest solar flare that took place that made news all over the place, and I say expect the news from the cosmos on that day. I mentioned airplane, and we had a bunch of Navy guys in Afghanistan that died in a helicopter crash. I talk about explosion, 150 people died in an explosion. So every single one of them came to pass. And of course, I have the video on YouTube for all the skeptics.
Dr. Turi, you were born in France and in the same neighborhood where Notre Dame was born, and you claim you have some kind of correlation with them. Can you tell us about this?
Correct. again, I don't pretend to be an Nostradamus apart from that in one of my letters, that UFO abduction, I was downloaded the cosmic code jurisdictions. And from that day, I could not stop studying his work, his quatrain. This is why I work like he does with quatrain. Of course, I added keywords that are very obvious in making my predictions. And in fact, I couldn't help soon after this experience to paint my entire house with symbols, UFOs. There was not a single door, a wall, or my ceiling that had no drawing. I couldn't help myself, and I could not help to dig into metaphysics. I had nothing to do whatsoever with UFO, with doing predictions. I was a recording artist, and I was also working in San Diego and then Pearl Harbor in Hawaii on the bays. And it's in 1991 when this incredible abduction took place that I became a different man. In fact, the picture that I took in 1991 and who I am today, it's not even the same man. I don't even look at all like I used to in 1991. It's very weird, but it's very real too.
Dr. Turi has agreed to tell us and our viewers at Third Phase of Moon about recent predictions that are going to be happening in the next few days. So, Dr. Turi, what will be happening in just a few days from now in regards to the future?
Well, the same energy that produced the shocking news all over the world when President Obama was re-elected is about to take place. This energy is already in action and produced an earthquake well above 6.0. In fact, the one that took place yesterday was 8.0. So the next 2 or 3 days, expect a sudden release of energy, news from the cosmos, UFOs. You can expect volcano eruption, large earthquake well above 6.0, explosion, anything to do with the extraordinary, the weird is about to take place within the next 2 or 3 days. And for some reason, I see also an energy that's not going to make President Obama very lucky or very happy for the next 2 or 3 days. Something is going to pop up. You just watch the news and you see the values of the legacy that extraterrestrials have left me with. It is uncanny and it's shocking even to me. So it is a good proof to your audience to watch the news. The keywords is shocking news, surprise, explosion, natural disaster, and cosmic news.
Some of these predictions that you're making, Dr. Turi, quite scary, and it sounds like they're going to be a lot of damage around the world. Can you tell our viewers where this might happen in the world and how they could prepare for this devastating event?
Well, you see, the problem I have is I did sign certified mail to the Seismologist Institute in Pasadena, NASA, geologists, and all the students that I have, all the scientists, giving those specific data. My work is dated, it's printed, it's on television, it's on the radio, it's in my books, and give a very specific date. So they have acknowledged my values. However, they are unwilling to work with me. If I was able to work with geologists, the timing I have is impeccable. It's unarguable. Since 1991, I have gave the major large earthquake, including the two tsunami that took place in Japan. And again, you have to do your homework and investigate me before you trust my claim. But what I'm trying to say, if the scientific community were willing to work with me, with the impeccable timing that I have, I could follow the activity of the fault and from their service humanity in a better way. But they won't deal with me. They think I am another Mrs. Cleo. They don't understand that I use the software that I developed, the type of software that NASA used to sign the shuttle. They don't understand that the stars are much more than dead rock hanging over there for the sake of beauty. They do not understand this energy just yet. They lack cosmic consciousness, they've lost the spirit, and this is why I'm here doing what I'm doing. And it's unarguable.
We at Third Phase of Moon, along with Stephen Bassett, have tried to get the public to sign this petition. Over 25,000 signatures required to get disclosure from the government. What do you think we could do as people and around the world to get governments to come out and disclose the truth about aliens from other planets visiting Earth?
Well, basically, you have to be a chosen one for extraterrestrial to be interested in you. You have to vibrate at a higher level. They're not interested in your accomplishment, in your position. So when it comes to the government, they know obviously there is something, but they're not going necessarily to deal with these people. I mean, look at me. Who am I? I'm nobody. Meantime, look what happened to me, and so many other people out there. So it is slowly. It is part of my predictions for in 2012 for extraterrestrials to become a reality, with an upsurge of obvious demonstration above our heads, and it's taking place literally daily. But the ultimate outcome will be coming within the next few months as far as extraterrestrial reality is concerned.
No, Dr. Turi, besides these events that you just claimed that are going to be happening in the next few days, what are we looking forward to or not forward to in 2013 and beyond?
Well, I don't want to scare a few people here. First of all, my predictions are based upon the dragon, and it is not a year, but it's about 24 months. Each time I do predictions, they are set for 24 months. In fact, if you go to drturi.com again, I have a 22 set of predictions that already are transpiring. There is what you call a Scorpius dragon right now that is plaguing the world since August 2012, and it will be plaguing the world until August 2004, until February 2014. This dragon is involving anything that has to do with secret, the police force, the FBI, the CIA. This is why I predict the full restructure of the Secret Service. This dragon is aiming for the police, is aiming for the children, and this is why we had the Connecticut massacre, and you could see all these children being literally slaughtered non-stop and killing each other. This dragon is very mystical, so it brings an interest to anything that is hidden, that is secret, that involves death, metaphysics, astrology, New Age. Since December 21st, 2012, and I made a video on YouTube clarifying everything, this upsurge of the human spirit and curiosity is going to bring much more interest to what we are doing, so to speak.
While I got you here, Dr. Turi, people want to know who's going to be our next president of the United States. Is it going to be Joe Biden, or is the Republican Party going to make a candidate substantial enough to claim the presidency?
Okay, well, basically, first we have to take in consideration that we have a president which is cosmic and conscious, which is riding his dragon's tail. President Obama was born with the tail of the dragon in Aquarius, which is very altruistic. So he is the president of the poor people. He shares the same dragon's tail that Princess Diana, which was the princess of the people also. So when you dwell with the tail of the dragon, you are going to bring to yourself a dramatic experience. So this is part of my prediction for President Obama to suffer the price of his cosmic ignorance, and with a high possibility of not ending his term either through dramatic experience, I might as well mention assassination, or being impeached, because all that took place in the latest election is indeed a corrupted election. It's not something that I have predicted that would create such an incredible surprise. Would it be the right or the left? Both of them were surprised who won the election. So this was corrupted from the core, and that's going to come to the light in a few months ahead of time. And that's why I do not see President Obama ending up his term or ending up his life on a normal way in bed, put it this way. This is a dramatic type of predictions, but I have to say what the stars are saying. I don't write universal laws, I translate the laws. And as far as America is concerned, like President Obama, America is born with the head of the dragon in Leo. And Leo means by the order of God, by the order of the cosmic code. This country has been designed by God himself to override, to supervise the rest of the world. And since Obama has been, I don't want to be political here, but since he has been in power last 4 years, the identity, the essence of America has been deteriorating. But what I'm trying to say here, I'm French. I cannot vote. I am not into politics whatsoever. So don't get me wrong, okay? I'm just translating the cosmic codes to what happened with my extraterrestrial experiences. I do not see a bright future for President Obama, and the current government will completely be decimated, put it this way. I'm expecting also some dramatic wars and news in a year and a half from now that could put this great country at risk with nuclear exchange unless something is done before then to stop the powers who are aiming for such devices, which is totally very, very dangerous for this country. So again, lacking cosmic consciousness, our president and his counselors, which are kids to me, do not understand what they're playing with. They are playing with the forces of the universe that could make the entire Americans population and the world at risk. So I see that.
Dr. Turi, I'm not sure if you're aware of the man who summons UFOs, Robert Bingham, over there in Los Angeles, about his abilities to, summon UFOs. He's going to be doing this at the Griffith Park in Los Angeles on February 10th, 2013, just a few days from now. Are these part of the predictions that you're making in regards to, UFO sightings and big events?
This is part of the energy that I already have announced last year when I wrote my books that involve UFOs manifestation. You have to remember I'm all over the world. If you Google Dr. Turi, you're going to have millions of hits. A lot of people are learning, and in my newsletter that explain that UFO manifests during a specific energy, and a lot of people are using my wisdom. If you type UFO in Dr. Turi on Google, you're going to have so much stuff. So a lot of people are using my wisdom and my dates to make good use of their own endeavors, put it this way. And that is a sad reality, but it's true. So those dates were given a year ago and now being used by other people that are into the UFO phenomenon. You have to realize I was on coast to coast for many years with millions of people listening to me. And everybody in the UFO environment knows Dr. Turi, and knows my gift, and knows my date. And a lot of people are using it, and that's okay. Your extraterrestrial use a uranic energy to manifest themselves, okay? They will not enter our dense physical world when they feel like. And that's those days just gave.
Dr. Turi, this has been quite amazing. I just want to get one more question in. What do you think is going to be the most important thing that's going to happen in 2013?
The most important thing that I want your audience to be aware of is never ever feed evil. There is such a thing called the subconscious and the supraconscious in time and space, which is humanity is about to realize. The future is nothing else than the reincarnation of the past. We are not doomed. We can create, and we do create our reality every second that we are living. I just generated a little video called 2012 and after that explains this phenomenon. So humans are very complex machine, but they are not just made of bone, blood, and flesh. They have a spirit, and the humanity in science has lost the spirit. It's time to go back and understand the creative power as we have been made in the image of God. This is what the Bible says. Okay, we own the same power than our Creator. So I am just promoting and introducing the world to the new face, to the truths of God in celestial identity, and help people to understand the importance of respecting the signs.
All right, Dr. Turi, I really want to thank you for joining us here at Third Phase of Moon. We got a lot of information, and our viewers around the world are going to have their cameras ready in regards to UFOs, right?
Okay, well, basically the next 3 or 4 days, extraterrestrials are going to demonstrate their powers, put it this way. So it's time for you to go out with your camera, because you can catch some really good things here and pass it on to other people. Remember, they cannot give you or give me a toy or a tool. This does not agree with antimatter, but they left me with an uncanny, incredible aptitude to read people and to read the future. Now you check it out. Go out there and have fun. Now the next 3 days, make sure to have your camera ready. Take those incredible UFO manifestation and bring it to Third Moon Project here, because you want to share this incredible beauty of extraterrestrial with the rest of the world.
Appreciate it, Dr. Turi. Thanks again for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon.
Surely welcome, my friends. And again, for your audience, come to drturi.com. There's plenty articles, plenty videos for you to enjoy. Thank you for having me, my friend.
Thanks again, Doctor. And I suggest everybody around the world listening to this, right here at Third Phase of Moon, to check out Dr. Turi's website and information below in the links. And if you've captured anything amazing yourself in regards to UFOs, you could contact Third Phase of Moon via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins. You keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll see you next time.
Phase of Moon.